Heyo, Tish here. It's been a while, but I'm finally back and working on videos. So, I am currently working on a figure review, but I wanted to get this video out first because there's a lot I want to talk about, so here it is. I went to Fanime 2025 this year. I went on the third day, so for some context, me and my friends were planning to go on day 2 and day 3. I couldn't make it on day 2, but my friends decided to pull a little prank on me while I was gone. And yeah, so they showed up to my house and just dropped this off for me. Wahaha. I mean, I'm still shocked about it. It's so a little bit of context. There is an unlisted video on this channel about me getting my first Dakimakura, and I put a lot of effort into that video, considering it was one of the first videos I had ever edited. I was just, trying to learn the software, so the quality is not very good, and because of that, I haven't made it public for a reason, because frankly I found it to drag on for way too long, and there are a lot of things I could do better now than I did before. But I guess the running joke that I'm into Dakimakuras continues. So yeah, so I'll probably have some shots of me showing what the cover looks like in full. So after that, at that point I was just, okay, I'll go on day 3. Fine, I'll cave. So here we are on day 3, and I'm going to just talk about all the stuff that I got. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way first, which is just the free convention goods. So first thing, we got the attendee badge, just a lanyard. Nothing special. And the tote bag, which is very nice that they give this out, because you're going to be carrying a lot of stuff if you don't have any good bags on hand. It also came with a pamphlet, just a small brief one on the schedule and small things, and a more comprehensive booklet that covers everything. I honestly didn't read this, but I didn't have much time, and my friends were pretty much walking me through the convention. So there's that. Alright, time for the stuff that is probably more interesting. What did I get? So the first thing I got, first item, was this. So I'll have the artist mentioned probably in the bottom left, if I remember where I got it from. So in the artist alley, the convention is divided into the artist alley, which from what I understand are just freelance illustrators having booths, and there's the dealer's hall, which is pretty much where all of the businesses go to. So we have first up this little omamori of Bochi. In the back, I don't know Japanese, but I'm assuming this probably says like Yuki for courage. It's very cute. I do like these type of charms. I don't know if I'm superstitious, but I do like the idea of having like a little lucky charm for these little things. So very nice to have. The next thing I got was this. So this is a pack of acrylic charms. The artist was having these on clearance, and I couldn't help myself. So I finally got something of Mori Calliope, who is one of my Oshis, along with Suisei for I guess it's pretty obvious considering the Dakimakura. But yeah, a little cute, sleepy Callie. And they also had Aqua and Toa. These were, I think, the last ones they had. I wish I saw. I wonder if they've made a Suisei one of these, because it would have been really cool to complete start end, right? I really like this design because it's got the runners, like they're on a model kit, from a model kit, and yeah, it looks really cool. Oh, it does say start end. Okay, okay, there definitely is a Suisei one out there then. Yeah, that's really cool. Good stuff. I'll probably peel the plastic off later once I start decorating these. Alright, so the next thing I got was more acrylic charms. This one for a friend who really likes Lysithea. I was looking for, they really like Lysithea from Fire Emblem Three Houses and Tosaka Rin from Fate Stay Night, but I could not find any Rin merch, so instead I got this for them. This is really nice, by the way. They had a lot of Fire Emblem stuff, which I honestly, if I had more funds, I would definitely buy some more of the charms they had, but that's really cute. Looks great. Hope he'll like that. And some cute packaging. Okay, so continuing on with acrylic charms, we have a little Morgan from Fate FGO. Which, oh, okay, got it. I saw this booth had a Fate, an FGO gacha where you could spend $30 to get, I guess, a pack of 10 random acrylic charms. Like, I think they were smaller than this size, but I ended up just settling to get Morgan because I wanted a catalyst for some upcoming, for an upcoming banner, and I think some may know the antics that I've gone through with getting Morgan. Very nice. Cute. And I think this is the last of the acrylic charms I got. And it's Emiya Archer. From, I'm assuming, I think these are, a lot of this series was based off FGO. But I wanted to get something of Emiya because I don't really have any merch of Emiya, no figures or any other miscellaneous stuff, and also the Honkai Star Rail collab with I guess the Fate collab, the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab with Honkai Star Rail to release Archer and Saber. And I really want to get something for him, so because I already have quite a few Saber catalysts, so I want to get something for Archer. What I didn't realize before getting this was, so these are actually all based on tarot cards. So that was the reason why, like, you hang it and Archer's upside down because he represents the Hanged Man card. Like, you flip to the back, you can see that. Really cool. It's nice and big as well, so quite nice. So there is one more thing I got at the Artist Alley, and normally I don't get or try to get prints because I then have to think about getting frames for them because I don't want to just tape these prints to the wall. But I could not resist because I want to get something from Honkai Star Rail. And honestly, there was so much stuff. It was very difficult for me to decide what I want to get from which artist or like which particular type of merch. but I ended up settling with this. It's I believe a 12 by 17 art wall print, and this looks beautiful. Got Fei Xiao, Zhao Chou, and Moza, and I really like the painted look of this artist. Good stuff. I'll try to get a frame for this. So after the artist alley, we headed to the dealer's hall, and then I realized, oh wow, there is a lot more stuff than I thought, because I thought there would just be mostly business things like official items, not like fan items, but there was actually a lot of Fate stuff. And at that point I was like, yo, my wallet's kind of dying here. So I didn't end up getting pretty much any more Fate stuff, but I want to get a few more things. So the first thing I ended up getting was a Smisky. I'm not going to open this one because this will be a gift to a friend who I know is into Smiskies. I am honestly surprised by how difficult these are to find, and find official ones at that. So this one was from Kinokuniya, who had a booth there. Very nice stuff. They had a lot of books as well, manga, art books, things like that. Good stuff. They had a good selection of, I think, a lot of the collection, and priced very well, because I think one of the booths I saw were selling these for $25 each, which personally, that is way too much for what these are, but good stuff. And now for the last item I got at the con in general is a pretty big purchase for me. So for some context, I have been wanting to get a master grade Gundam for a long time now, because I've built a couple, at this point I've built a few high grades, and I really wanted to get a master grade at some point, but I couldn't really decide on which master grade to get. I was thinking of getting either a 00 master grade like the Kyrios, the Dynamis, or Virtue, which were 3 mobile suits I was thinking of getting. I think the master grade Exia is an older version and it doesn't hold up quite as well, so I wasn't really looking into that. But what I ended up splurging for, I guess the most expensive single item that I purchased, was a master grade of the F91 Gundam. So this one is the master grade Gundam F91, the version 2.0. I find it very difficult to pick between model kits in particular, because I don't really have reviews for me it's kind of difficult to find reviews on specific kits, and when I do, I don't have a lot of reference, unlike other things that I would buy, like figures and things like that. So I pretty much got this. I don't know anything about this mobile suit in particular, nor have I watched the series that it's from, which I just briefly looked up was, I believe, from a film. But I like the design for it, and the price was right. So this will be my first master grade, and I'm really excited for it. Can't wait to see how long this takes, because even with just high grades, I really like, if I'm getting something like a model kit, like for example, like Gunpla or like Legos, I want it to take as much time as possible to make it to get my money's worth per se. And with high grades, I will literally spend 2 to 3 hours a day over several days just to clean it up and get it nice and built. And that's what I find enjoyment in. So we'll see how long this master grade takes to build. I think it'll probably take a week with the building pace I have. But with that said, that is everything that I got at Fanime. Will I go again? And I think with friends, it will be a lot of fun. If they want to go again, sure, by all means. It was a lot of fun. I'll just mention this really quick. No context needed. And with that said, this is Tish, signing out.